Okay, I got my overhead working now. There we go. Yeah, I'll be doing shows with Daiga again. I just needed to take a break um, because I was real stressed out over my visa issues. Uh, so I had that visa debacle on Friday, and I was scheduled to meet with Daiga on Saturday. Uh, and I didn't want to be doing that with the really bad feelings that I had, the anxiety, which I I know I shouldn't have those, but I've had problems before with visa, and I've been kicked out of the country. And anyways, it's pretty stressful. But yeah, I totally trust the universe. I totally trust that everything will be taken care of. I I have. So here's the update with my visa situation. As of right now, I have no idea if I have a visa or not. I sent my passport to the agent um, who does the stuff. He told me that he thought it would be okay. I haven't heard from him since I sent it away, which I'm assuming means that he's working on it. I have no reason to worry about it. Yeah, so I'm giving the update on my visa. So I mailed my passport to him. At first, it was pretty scary because I got this message from him. So you guys know the story. I was at immigration. They refused to give me the special COVID visa because they said it was being phased out because you know, like if you're a foreigner, you should have left by now. Basically, um, I've been living here on a tourist visa, which is something you're not really supposed to do, but there are ways around it by using the agency. Anyways, I got this message from after he assured me. Where's my camera? After he assured me that he could do it, I get this message from Scott. I received your passport, but we cannot do the retirement as you came in as a tourist. Secondly, the current expiration date of the visa is tomorrow. That was Sunday. Well, I had told him that, and I told him about you know my visa situation, and now he sounded like he couldn't do it. I started to get a little panicky, right? So I called him right away, and I'm like, so what are my options? I said, can you still do the COVID visa? He's like, yes. I'm like, okay. And then after that, will you be able to do the retirement visa, which is 1 year for $870? He said, yes. Okay, so what's the problem? So right now, I'm going to go with that, and I'm going to stay positive. Turn off this. Just go like this. So I'm gonna stay positive. Um, that it's all gonna get worked out. The big thing is you guys pulled through for me with donations and advance payments for readings and so forth. I have all the money I need now to take care of my visa. Whew. That was the big one. Because in Thailand, if you have, or anywhere really, if you have enough money, you can pretty much take care of everything, right? I mean, it's not so easy. They've cut down on what they call corruption here, which really was just a way of getting things done easier, really, just by paying for it. Anyhow, so I'm very positive that I will be getting the short-term visa, which that will be 2 months, and then after that, I'll be able to get the 1-year visa. Plus, it looks like they're easing things, making things easier for travel in Thailand. I saw this today or yesterday, last night. Thailand adjusts quarantine scheme for foreigners entering Thailand. The government has predicted that at the end of May and into June this year, there will be a decline in the state of COVID-19. It's funny how they can predict that, huh? And from 1st of July, it is hopeful that the situation in Thailand will be an endemic or post-pandemic state. This also requires good management, blah, blah, blah. Keep wearing the thing. Listen to this. At present, the fatality rate is lower than 0.1%. It's always been like that. The booster vaccination process should be more than 60% all over the country, especially in the elderly populace. Then they say for all schemes, after arrival, travelers will be required to take an RT-PCR test on day 0 and self on day 5. See, because in order to get the retirement visa, I think I have to go out of the country and come back. And this was important. Where was it? There was something else in here about regardless. Okay. For travelers in Thailand in the quarantine scheme, quarantine will be required for only 5 days, and those who are or not vaccinated. So they're saying you don't have to be. That's a big thing. And then here's another big one. The minimum coverage for a COVID-19 treatment insurance policy is $20,000 US. I would never be able to afford that. Thai nationals and returning expats are exempt from this requirement. That's it. That means so I go out and come back, I don't have to have this $20,000 coverage. All right. So a lot of the stress and fear and worry about the visa situation is done with. It didn't last long. I mean, I think we all have moments of doubt and fear in our life. I don't think any of us are perfectly immune from that. I had it for a short time. It passed. I'm now back in control of my reality. And I manifest my own reality, and I'm going to manifest a good life in Thailand. Okay, that being said, I'm going to answer some of your questions here. Now, I saw one from Veronica. Is 5G still bad? My feeling is no. Would love to see what the cards say. I believe It's ascension symptoms. Uh, okay, so is it still bad everywhere? That's the question. So maybe in some places the 5G is not bad. In other places it is. So I'm thinking about how do I ask that question? How do I answer that question? And I'm looking at getting a new phone. I need one with more memory to make it easier for me to make videos. And I was looking at the 5Gs because I think like all new phones now are 5G. And I heard JC mention that he was using a 5G phone, and I personally have never really believed that the 5G was as bad as people say it was. It's just another form of radiation. You've been bombarded by microwaves and radiation for 100 years. By the way, that's when the first demic thing started. So is 5G? I'm going to put it this way: are all 5G uh, emitters bad? Let's do it that way. Okay, because I mean, I'll agree. I think that the 5G was something not good, right? So let's see if it's still that way. And we're going to say all. So let me turn on my camera here. How do I do that? Oh, I know. Turn it on here. Okay, so Veronica Snow are 5G. Now I'm asking all 5G. So are they all bad? Let's see if we can see this in the camera. All right, here. Okay, so there's been a lot of hard work to get them all cleaned up. The wish is for the puppet masters. That this is the alliance who's actually running the show to create something that would be healthy for people. And I think since we were asking the whole world, it looks like 70% of all 5G emitters in the world are now new and safe. So there's still, Veronica, about 30% of the 5G emitters are dangerous. Okay, that makes sense to me too. All right. Uh, Corncat says, if you're meant to stay, you'll stay. The universe provides. I'm meant to stay here, and I'm going to explain why I know that. Uh, well, at least up until recently. But mainly, it was the big sign that I got that I was in the right place, that I was meant to be here in Thailand. But it was 11 years ago. It was 2011, and I got my first non-B visa. That's a visa where you can work. On the 11th of November in 2011, at 11 o'clock in the morning, and 11 minutes and 11 seconds. And it was down to the second because I was looking at my watch as the immigration officer stamped my passport. So it was 11, 11, 11, 11, 11, 11. And that to me was the sign. Now, of course, that was a long time ago and things changed, but yeah, I'm meant to be here and I'll find a way. Even if it meant having to leave for a little bit and come back like I've done before. Okay. D Smart says 5G is very dangerous, but the new phones don't have 5G because they're too dangerous. They they just advertise it as 5G. Yeah, I believe. Okay, Stacy, yeah, I'll answer your question for about your daughter's boyfriend. Will he be a good relationship for her? Okay, Stacy, let's take a look. By the way, if anybody wants to send a donation, it's hard for me to type this computer now because I have it jacked up. You can send donations to my PayPal. I'll put it in the chat at unique UUE Thailand. Okay, that's my PayPal. If you would like to send a small donation, okay, now let's Stacy. Stacy wants to know if her daughter's new boyfriend would be a good relationship. Well, let's see. I sure hope so. Okay, what just flew out right? This is for Stacy Marr. Needs to know if her daughter's new boyfriend will be good for her. Good relationship. Okay. So okay, this three of cups coming up in place of you, Stacy. You're the mother, and I think it's just natural that when she sees her daughter getting into a relationship, it's concerning. Maybe she's had poor relationships in the past, or maybe you have, and so that's why you're worried about it. But it looks like it's going to be really good for her. This is a guy who comes from the heart, and he's very temperate. In other words, he's not too angry. He doesn't have any like wild emotional swings. He would be a stabilizing force in her life, and it looks like that together in this relationship, um, it's something that's going to be. They're going to have fun together, and they have they both come from a place of strength. In other words, they both are uh, emotionally and in in a good place for this because they have a strength behind them, and they'll be able to manifest. Like, looks like they'll be able to live together well, share things, have enough money to live off, maybe even have the same cohabitate, move in together, live together, um, be like the beginnings of starting a family. I'm not saying they're going to get married and have children right now, but it's like building the foundation for that. That's very possible with this guy. So it looks like he's a romantic. He's a guy who's probably going to like dote over her, give her flowers, really take care of her. So I think it'll be okay. Plus, your daughter's an independent woman anyway, and so she would never let a man uh, like control her or abuse her. I believe. Okay. SA has a question. Am I safe to be intimate with my brainwashed and blind husband? I'm not going to say the word. We made a bet months ago. Am I safe to be intimate with? Okay, let's see. Um, I'm sad to say I know what you mean, SA, about being safe to be intimate with somebody. I really, my wife got the back. I can't say that word. My wife got the thing in the arm. She got three of them, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't too worried about getting close to her. I kind of joked with her a bit, like you have to stay away from me. But really, since this whole thing started, my wife has been afraid to get anywhere near me until recently, in which, well, I'm not going to comment too much on it. So, SA, this is for you. Is it safe to be intimate with your three times jabbed or jabbed partner? Okay, looks like yes. It looks like your partner got getting two yeses, and especially with the love. SA, I say go for it, sweetheart, because it looks like he got the placebo ones that were set up by the alliance, because this is the alliance coming up here. Or if anything, it's saying that your husband is in a safe place. He's not he maybe he if he did get the bad one, his body was just able to fight it off. But I'm thinking he got the placebo, and yes, it's safe. So trust in the universe and go for it. Have fun, SA. Hugs and kisses and everything else that goes with it. Okay? Good question, by the way. Hi, Argini. Ari, I can't say your name. You're right. I thought it'd be safe. Yep, you're right. Scott, my brother in law, has been experiencing random seizures and other weird neurological issues recently. I'm convinced it's because of the doo-doo. Am I right on this? Or is this not related to the job? Heather Gruber. Okay, good question, Heather. Yep, sounds like he may have been one of the unlucky ones. It's like playing Russian roulette. I honestly believe it's about a 1 in 6 chance that uh, with the cure getting a bad one. About the same as putting a bullet in a revolver with six shells, one in the chamber, and spinning it and pulling the trigger. Okay, Heather. Let's see if your brother-in-law is being affected by the cure. Okay, this is death, but don't take this literally. Okay. So the answer is yes. Okay. See this? This is the cure coming right. Look at her pain right at his shoulder too. So yeah, and we got the yes in the background. Yes, he got the thing, and it's causing him all kinds of problems. So 90% of all of what's ailing him came from that thing in the arm. So yes, and it's causing him to suffer, just like this guy suffering here in this picture. Okay, so Heather, your intuition was right on about your brother-in-law. Okay, let's see. Can't see all the cards with the questions. Oh yeah, okay. I'll take the questions off when I do the cards. Thank you. Aroha, hi Aroha. Yeah, not everybody, not all of the people who got it were in trouble. Don't worry about misspellings. I'm dyslexic. I'm able to read misspellings very easily. Okay, let's see. Any more questions? Oh, here's one about Tolkien. I'm a huge Tolkien fan. I've read The Lord of the Rings 5 times in my life, and it changed my life. Okay, is Tolkien's Lord of the Rings based on the lands beyond the ice wall? If there are lands beyond, if there are lands, okay. Coincast, great question. Um, yeah, I think that he was channeling something when he got that information. Nobody, I don't care how imaginative, smart, creative you are, the amount of material that Tolkien came up with for his universe. He created a whole universe complete with languages and mythologies and origin stories and everything. I'm not going to be so specific on your question. You say beyond the Icelands. I'm going to say um, yeah, another another reality. All um, did Tolkien base his universe on some other alternate universe that exists adjacent to ours in some way, whether it's above, below, outside the ice wall, Antarctica, or something like that? It's a good question. Coincast. Coincast, is that you, Dan? Is that Daniel? Daniel Corn. Let's see. This is a yes. So it was channeled into him from a higher source. This higher fin here, the higher fin can be a teacher. So like this completed meal of the world. Because this Ten of Pentacles is the whole world that he created. He didn't really create it. He got this world downloaded to him as an inspiration to start this whole new thing. It, it was like a revelation that he had. It was yeah, I'm not sure that it's outside the ice wall, but like it had the place that Tolkien created, it has its own sun, and it is outside of our world. So I'm going to say yes. Like I said, because there are other worlds. You know, he called it Middle Earth. You know, so um, I'm not sure that was. We don't know our cosmos looks like. We don't have a cosmology, uh, but it was based on, I believe, a real world that he was able to download. Okay. Uh, Heather, you're welcome. HIP2. What is going on with the poles moving? Sean Morgan is predicting a disaster. We have much work to do. Okay, so the poles have been migrating, shifting, and you know, they're supposedly there's evidence in the bedrock of the oceans that show that every 700 years the poles switch polarity, which on a flat Earth it could happen in like if you think of the polarity of the mag. Let me see if I can do it. So have you ever seen a magnet? It's in a speaker. They have two poles. They have the positive in the middle, and the negative is on the outside. So this would be the South Pole, and this would be the North Pole. And these flip from time to time. So this is how it would work on a flat Earth. Okay. And then the other thing, but people think that on a globe, that the entire Earth would shift, which is just ridiculous. If the Earth was a ball and it was spinning like this, and then they say that they think the Earth would, like the crust would shift, and that would cause, you know, tsunamis, kinds of things. That's just never gonna. I mean, even if the Earth was spinning, that's just ridiculous because of the um, what's called angular momentum involved in here. It just would never happen. Okay, but are the poles going to switch like they say they have evidence for? Because in the rocks, as rocks are extruded up through the Earth's crust in like the Pacific, uh, mid Pacific crest, the rocks come up from underground, and then as they solidify, they capture whatever the magnetic field was at that time. So every 700 years, they see that it switches from negative, positive, negative, positive. Right. So if that were to happen, I guess it would cause all of the electronics on Earth to stop working. I mean, I'm no electrician or scientist or anything, but if everything, you know, all of your electric cables, one end is, you know, positive, one end is negative. If all of that were to switch, if the Earth's magnetic field were to switch, wouldn't that just cause everything to like explode or at least not work. Okay, so and they say we're overdue for this. So let's take a look and see if the poles are going to swap, and if they do, is it going to cause some kind of major catastrophe? Maybe that will be the impetus for bringing in the quantum everything. We go into a totally new system that's based on quantum uh, physics. So this is fear mongering. It's like so often you hear about. It's just a way to control people to make them worried and scared, and because the the right now it is possible that they flip, but it's not going to happen for a while yet. Okay, and we're talking about geologic time here. So this hangman, he can stay in that position for a very long time. So I believe that the poles are not going to flip again for a very long time. And all of this talk about pole shifts and the crust moving and all of that is just fear porn. Someone about the poles have not shifted because ET's good ones have been at work ensuring they don't. Okay, thank you, Be Smart. You're full of good information, dear. Thank you. I hope something wakes them up. Okay. Rumor is he translated text under the Vatican, and then after Lord of the Rings. Oh, that could be. Hi, Dan. Knew that was you. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. If I missed your question, write it in the chat again. Grateful heart. My 20-year-old daughter went to go to Hawaii with her boyfriend. What does the universe advise on it? We are not sure, and her father not sure about it. Thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, 20 years old. That's pretty young to be going off to Hawaii. So I'm gonna look at the first. I'm gonna look at the trip. I think I'll look at the boy too. But first, let's look at the trip itself. Will this? How will this trip be? Will it be any problems? Any concerns to look out for on this trip? Will she have a good time? If I see anything concerning about the trip itself, then maybe I'll look at the boyfriend. This isn't this. Is this the same? I can't remember who asked about the boyfriend before. No, that was Stacey Moore. Okay, so this is for Grateful Heart about her 20-year-old daughter going to Hawaii. Funny, the mother card flipping up there and then the strength. Let's take a look. Grateful Heart. Another mother card. Mother's concern. Okay, so I don't see anything bad happening on the trip. It looks like they want to have a good time. Let me take the question down so you can see the cards here. Looks like they've been saving money for this. That's what I think this means in the background here. They've been saving up their money and they're really excited about going off and having this vacation. And like, well, use your imagination with this Knight of Wands. He's, let's just say he's frisky, okay? And in fact, this could be a very lucky thing for them. Um, they don't want you to know all the details about what they're doing, and they're they might be a little deceptive, okay, about what they're actually doing. But that, I mean, that's just normal. They're young kids, you know. They're going to be, but I don't see anything bad going on here. There's the mother again. It's like your energy could be protecting them. They're going to make the trip across water safely, no problems there. uh, and yeah, but they're, they're not going to tell mom everything that goes on, but it's going to be a safe trip for them. Okay, so don't worry about that. Okay, let's go. I'm concerned about that. That's a good point, uh, Hip Tucson. If the pole switch will it be putting things back in the correct position? That's a good point. I'm not going to pull cards on it, but I think you're onto something there. Yeah, fear mongering. Will I be able to save my home from the bank, Fiona? Oh, um, if you want to send me a half ounce of silver, I would be very accepting of that. Um, Fiona, email me. Oops, I'm not. What happened? What is this brand? Um, Fiona, make sure that you're allowed to send silver by mail, Thailand. I'm not sure about the laws on that, but please email me, and I'll send you my address. Very awkward typing on my computer this way. Okay, so Fiona would like to know, will she be able to save her house from the bank? Oh, God, I hope so. Let me give a good shuffle for Fiona's question. Got me thinking about a lot of things. Like, okay, even if the bank did take your house, like so many other people, they're going to be, everybody's going to be getting that, at least the value of that back again. You know, I believe that. But this is for Fiona. Will she be able to save her house from the bank? Let me remove the. I believe so, Fiona. I think, and I get this almost this type of thing, different cards, almost every time somebody asks about something financial. So You're in a vulnerable position. You don't have a lot of money, and you're looking for a way to temper things so you don't lose your house. There's something coming in the financial system that's going to be celebrated, and it's coming from higher off-worlders. So this looks like the new financial system. It's going to take place before you lose your house, Fiona. That's what I think. I don't think you're going to lose your house. And so does that sort of Ace of Swords right there, because there's going to be a new something new coming. I get this almost every time somebody asks me about something financial. That's right, Veronica. The death card means new beginnings. Thank you, Grateful Heart. Yeah, Veronica is right on with that. With this right here. E E Delar E Ed Alaconreal. Hey Scott, first time I see you live chat. It seems you know your stuff. I know a little bit. Yes, I do. Question: Will my business personal finances? Will my business personal finances improve soon? Okay, let's see. Another finance question. Let's see. This will be interesting. Let's see what we get. Of course, he's asking about his personal. You know, who knows? Everybody's a little bit different. I have gotten for some people that things will take longer than for others for whatever reason. Thank you, Allie. Yeah, I like wearing my hat backwards like this. Actually, I usually do. I've been wearing it front ways for videos because I thought it looked, I don't know, more professional or something. But I actually like wearing it backwards. This is a beret cap, and they look good backwards. I always thought it's my signature look, actually. Okay, Ed a la Carnreal, this is for you. Take down the question. You're a hardworking man. You've been out a bit. Okay, Ed, you're coming up as King of Pentacles. He is the hardest working of all the courtly cards. So, uh, but it looks like you've been out on your own a little bit. Maybe you've been out looking for work or looking for a new way to make money. Something's missing for you, but the outcome looks good. This is you're going to be able to start saving money. So I'm assuming that means you'll be making money. So you'll be making in the near future. You'll be making more money than you're spending on bills. Okay, so this looks like with help from the alliance. Here we go again. We got the Emperor card. This is Mr. T and his team, and so things are going to be changing, and not to say with this Nine of Swords, it's nothing to worry about. So yeah, it looks like you're going to be doing much better in the future. How do you like that? with the help of Mr. T and his team. Okay, let me see. Queen Elizabeth's demise announcement is the green light for Nazar Desar. Yeah, I think so. To go ahead. It is in the background anyway, as the old system is closed. Okay, that's not a question. D, I really would like you to come onto my show sometime and share your knowledge. It seems like you really know your stuff. Okay, Fiona, thank you. You're welcome. You're very D Smart. Okay, this is the last question I'm going to take, and then I'm going to end it since I've been on for about an hour now. D Smart question: will my health improve? I have stayed away from hospitals and doctors since the war started and have a possible serious issue. Okay, D, this is for you. Uh, okay, I'm going to do this a little differently, D, because you're asking a personal question about your health. I'm going to I'm not going to put the cards on camera, okay, for your privacy, and I may or may not tell you what I see. Um, D, you may have to email me to get the answer to your health question, okay? Because I don't like putting people's health questions out there for everybody to see. It's very personal. Sometimes there's sensitive things there. Hi, Donna. I'm glad you found me too. Donna, the answer, I don't have to pull cards to answer your question. Yes, things are moving along. But, we just have to be patient. Okay, folks, this is the last question. This is Donna's health question. Okay, and I'm keeping the cards private on purpose. D. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share these cards with you, D, and everybody. All right, let me take this down. Um, so at home, things look really. You live in a good atmosphere. Your home is very healthy. There's a lot and there's a lot of focus on that. Do you get like healing? Do you have somebody sending healing, or maybe you have a lot of family members who are praying for you, or something like that? That could explain this. Um, Whatever ails you, I believe that you have the ability to heal yourself. Maybe with this Three of Cups, maybe the Ivor stuff. I'm not going to say it on here. I hear one of my followers and biggest supporters. Her name is um, Lise Tetro. She has told me that this stuff is like a miracle cure. That since she's been using it, she feels 20 years younger. I'm I feel like that could free you up, and it's possible that the illness that you're feeling is coming from within you, like your maybe your thoughts and feelings and emotions or something within you, because the devil is often our own fears and fear of the unknown. You haven't been able to go to a doctor, even if you could you trust them? Um, but I think a more homeopathic or natural, something natural. This is why I'm thinking the ivermectin stuff. You know what I'm talking about. The horse dewormer. Okay, or something like that. One of these cures, or something that's more traditional or more homeopathic type of cure. But I would suggest getting the horse dewormer stuff. Okay. All right. Let me read these last few. D Smart. You can find my email address in the descriptions of almost all of my videos. It's in the chat here. I just put it in recently. Right here, I'll star it. Okay, and I'll put it on the board. There's my D. There's my email. I would love to have you come on the show and just talk. Maybe I can interview you. You just seem to have so much information, and I would love to chat with you. Yeah. The next live show with Daiga will be um, Saturday, my time. So it's like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. in the US when I do my shows with Daiga, because she's in the UK and she gets up early and she starts 9 o'clock in the morning her time. Okay, I know, Linda. We got D. I get the feeling you're getting some kind of healing from somewhere. Somebody's sending you healing. If it's not family and friends, you have some admirers out there, or maybe it's your own higher self. And listen to Veronica. Get the horse paste. D. It's not D. It's not just for the CV-19 hernia issue. Oh, I see. Hernia. Okay, D. I'm looking at your cards again. See, this is a health card, but then again, it's so. This is still for you, D. Looking more. So you see, you have a hernia. It looks like it's in a maybe in a difficult place, but it's stable. It's not going to be like rupturing or causing you any major physical problems. At least not in the near future. It's it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable for you. When can you get to the doctor? But it's not something to be overly worried about, D. Okay, that's what the cards are saying here. All right. Heather Gruber, I don't know about silver. That's one of them things. So many people look at that, and we all get the same kind of answers. That yes, it's going to go. I've gotten before that silver is going to um, get up to 1/3 of the price of gold, which is around $600. Oh, D, try it, D. It can't help the iron stuff, but I don't know why I'm getting. You actually have blood coming out from your belly button, huh? I mean, that sounds like something to be worried about, but the cards are not saying that it's very serious. Do you find someone who knows about that and get that looked at? I mean, you don't have to go to a hospital. Find like an ex medic or something like that. Somebody who knows about those kinds of things. Get that looked at. The cards are saying it's not that serious, but you know, who knows? Okay, one more question for Cindy Robinson. Okay, and then I really got to go. Right? So please don't ask me any more questions because then I'm gonna feel like I have to stay. Right, D, and something like that can be fixed so easily. Okay, I'm reading your last comment. Something like that can be fixed so easily just by going in and stitching up a few things. Um, but it would need a local anesthetic and someone who can open you up just a little bit, go and find that hernia, and just put a few stitches in it to hold it together. Yeah, Cindy, I remember talking to you about this. So yeah, we're gonna. This is the last one. Thank you, Donna Fox. It's so nice. I I can be a real asshole sometimes. I'm going to tell you that it's true. I can be a real son of a bitch. I mean, you guys see my nicest side on YouTube, and I am a nice guy. I really am. But when someone goes against me, or when I'm treated unjustly, or lied about, or slandered, or whatever, I get. I get. I can be really not such a nice guy. Okay, so Stonehenge. I'm not going to ask any question first. I'm just going to ask what can the universe tell us about Stonehenge? This is the last one I'm doing, guys, and then I'm going to go. Okay, because I've been here for a couple hours now. I could not sleep at all last night because I was thinking about this live stream all day, and I wanted to do that video with Ellen Benjamin. It didn't work. Uh, okay, Stonehenge. What's the story with Stonehenge? Okay, Stonehenge was created by our ancestors. Okay, here's our ancestors. They created it. It was a source of information. So it was for like telling the seasons, and there was all kinds of information encoded into Stonehenge that was a way to make humanity stronger and temper humanity against understanding when the weather was going to change and when to plant crops and all of that. It was a real thing when it was created, but it's been manipulated to try to make it look like it's something that it's not. But this Knight of Pentacles, it was a real thing. It was really created. We had the yes, that our ideas, our original ideas of what Stonehenge is, we got the yes for that, and it's a information. There's there's information somehow stored in Stonehenge. Let me take that. Sorry, I got that. Sorry. Okay, but somebody's messed with like because we got this Five of Swords. like half of it was either changed or restored or something like that. It because they didn't want you to know the whole truth of it. There has been some manipulation done with Stonehenge to hide some of the information that was coming out of Stonehenge. Okay, guys, so that's it. I'm done for the day. I want to thank everybody for the donations that you sent. I hope I was able to give you some answers, help you with some things that your questions that you have. Oh, I want to look at that airplane accident too, but I think I'm going to save that for one of my lives with Daigo. I don't know. Maybe I'll come and do it later, but you're right. At the airplane here in China. Yeah, it didn't look like an airplane. All right, everybody, goodbye. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your support, moral support, spiritual support, monetary support. And I'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.